Welcome to another episode of Cooking with Latchmi. Today I would like to share with you my version of the Spanish paella. Paella was first made in Valencia, Spain about 1200 years ago by the farmers who will make lunch in the rice fields for themselves and their families. Paella is a sort of dish that you would want to make when you have friends and family coming over. How it's usually done in Spain is that they will take the entire pan to the center of the table and everybody will just help themselves. They will chat, have a few glasses of wine, and it's a sort of relaxed atmosphere. What we'll need is 1 bell pepper, finely chopped, 2 onions, finely chopped, saffron, black pepper, smoked paprika, Spanish olive oil, 2 tomatoes, salt, bomba paella rice, prawns, mixed seafood, which is prawns, scallops, mussels. I'll be adding some salmon, mussels here, chicken thighs, and 60 ml of white wine. 2 tablespoons of olive oil to the pan, and I'm going to tiny bit of sea salt just to flavor the oil, and I'm going to add the chicken thighs just to seal the juices in and just to get a little bit of color on the outside. So don't turn it straight away. Wait until it's got a lovely golden color. The chicken is ready to be taken out. We're just going to transfer that to a plate. Just like that. It's not fully cooked, it's just sealed. So using the same pan we fried the chicken earlier, we're going to be adding 2 chopped onions. Give that a little stir. And I'm going to be adding the chopped pepper as well. And I'm going to leave this to saute for about 5 minutes. I'm just going to increase the heat to medium. The recipe we'll be needing 2 skinned tomatoes, which I'll show you how to prepare. You score the tomato like that at the bottom, and we will submerge that in hot water, cover with cling film, and leave this for about 2 to 4 minutes. This one I've done already. So I'm just going to drain the excess water. So you gently peel the skin away. Right. The reason why you skin the tomato is because the tomato skin is very bitter and it doesn't melt into the food. So you just want to get rid of that. You just want this sweetness from the tomatoes. So we're just going to roughly chop that. There you are. It's all ready. So the onions and the peppers have been frying nicely for about 5 minutes. And now we're going to be adding the tomatoes that we've just prepared. Just put this away. Followed by the pressed garlic. Just going to increase the heat, medium to high. That smells lovely. Garlic, tomatoes, onions, wonderful flavors. So while we let that fry for 2 minutes, I'm just going to add tiny bit of warm water to the saffron, just to soften it a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and add black pepper. The reason why we're using smoked paprika is to give that lovely smokiness to the dish. Traditionally, paella is cooked on open flame, and that smokiness is infused into the dish. But obviously we're cooking on the hob, so I'm going to do a little cheat and use smoked paprika, so we get that sort of smoky flavor. I'm just going to add the saffron now. Sprinkling of sea salt, and I'm going to now add the chicken back to the pan with all the juices, and we will let that stew for about 6 to 8 minutes. I'm just going to check that back in a few minutes. This is the paella rice I'll be using today. About 1 cup. It's the bomba paella rice. It's the round rice, and it has less starch in it, which makes it ideal for absorbing the flavor in the paella. This is my homemade chicken stock that I've made myself. We've had roast chicken one night for dinner, and all I've done was to take the bones from the chicken. I add 1 onion, 1 carrot, 1 bay leaf, a few peppercorns, and celery stalk, of course, and I've just boiled this for like 30 minutes. This is about 4 cups of chicken stock here, and I've got 1 cup of rice. We're not going to add all the chicken stock at once. We're just going to add a tiny bit at a time to make sure that it's enough for the rice to be cooked but not soggy. So let's ladle the chicken stock into that. I just pour it like that. The liquids must be about 1 inch above the rice. Put the lid back on, and we're going to cook this on gentle heat for about 10 minutes. So after about a minute, since we've added the rice, I'm just going to quickly taste the seasoning. I think it needs a little bit more sea salt. Just give it a gentle shake. And also I'm going to add 60 ml of white wine. Right. Always use a white wine that you like to drink when you're cooking, so that you can have the rest with your meal, which I look forward to. I like to season the seafood or meat, you know, at every stage, so there's flavor in them. It has been about 10 minutes since the rice has been cooking. I'm just going to check to see how much the rice is cooked. It's about 80% cooked. So now we're going to add the seafood. Along with these beautiful prawns, we're just going to layer that on the top, and the mussels. Just let some of the juices run into that. These mussels has been steamed already, so they don't need a lot of cooking. So I'm just going to leave this to simmer for a further 5 minutes until the prawns has become pink and the salmon is cooked. Traditionally, paella is cooked in a shallow bottom pan over open flame. And you get what is called sukarat, which is like the browning or the sort of burning of the rice at the bottom of the pan, which is a favorite of most people. Well, I am not cooking over open flame, but I usually achieve something like that after drinking a glass of wine. So I'm going to quickly add some frozen green peas and let this steam for about 3 minutes, and then the paella would be ready to plate up. My paella is now ready. Time to plate up and have a taste test. Just make sure you have all the goodness in here. There's bits of chicken, mussels, prawns, salmon. Oh, look at that. That looks amazing. We're just gonna add a lemon wedge to that. And some parsley, just for garnish. Very hot. That is amazing. That takes me way back to Spain on holiday. This is very, very good. Please give it a try. This is the most amazing dish you can have when you're entertaining. Everybody will absolutely love it. Until next time, take care of yourselves. See you soon.